Hello, good sir, good madam, good young boy, young girl. I wish you great benevolence and gentleness wherever you are on our delightful planet called Earth. I want to talk about the most iconic and beloved figure in Star Wars. I'm going to be talking about, you guessed it, Yoda. Now, before I go on and talk about Yoda, I'm looking at my television right now. I'm watching The Empire Strikes Back. So when I'm talking about Yoda, Empire Strikes Back is in my background. And I'm recording this on my audio version with the audio app on my tablet. When I make my YouTube videos, I like to make it on the fly. I don't like hiding in my little cave. I don't like hiding in a secluded room. Nope. I like presenting my topics in a real life situation. Whenever I think of something on the fly, I'm going to start talking about it. So I said it. I'm going to be talking about Yoda. I already made one little clip about why we love Yoda. And it's my second clip about why we love Yoda. Because of that speech he gave to Luke Skywalker wielding the Force. The greatest scene in Star Wars using the Force that I have not seen topped in 20 years or so after the movie came out. It's when Yoda lifted that X-Wing fighter. Now, if you all saw any other scene in Star Wars greater than that, let me know. In my recollection, that X-Wing fighter was the heaviest object that I ever seen any Force user use. In most movies, they jumping and hopping and skipping it like Spider-Man. Or using their lightsaber to combat each other, or using a little simple force push or a lightning blast. Never do we see them using the Force that Yoda used to lift a multi-ton object. I never seen it. Hollywood make the Force seem weak and flimsy in my mind. But my main topic is about that speech that Yoda delivered to the young Luke Skywalker. And that's why we love Yoda. I don't think in any movie that I've seen in my decades of life have I ever seen a supporting character take several minutes to give a wonderful speech to build up the character. I know it's rare. If you know of any movies that a sub-character gave a fundamental speech to encourage the major character, please let me know. Even in the Matrix movie, when Morpheus was talking to Neo, I don't remember him giving no encouraging speech like the way Yoda gave Luke Skywalker. Yoda gave a speech that could affect your soul. It touched you. It made you love Yoda when he was explaining the Force is all around you. It's everywhere. It's in between the rocks. It flows between the living creatures. He was telling Luke, all you need to do, son, is reach out and believe and touch the Force and use it. How many movies talk about believe? Yes, Morpheus was telling Neo that he is the one. But I don't think he told him to believe that you the one. He just kept saying, you the one. In this movie, Yoda gave a heart-warming speech on the nature of the Force, the nature of the dark side, and how to overcome one failure. Because if you recall, Yoda was explaining to Luke, if you wield the Force properly, nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is undone. You are capable of doing anything that you can imagine because the Force is there to assist you and is ready to be manipulated by you. So he gave Luke that simple test: use the Force, believe in the Force, and use it to take the X-Wing fighter out of the swampy waters. Several months before that, while Yoda was helping Luke to become more adept at using the Force, he made him do them little exercises, you know, like when he was standing up on one hand, when he was using the Force to gently manipulate a rock and place it on another rock. Yoda told Luke, if you can move a rock, you can move anything. You can move a rock, so you can easily move and manipulate that X-Wing fighter. But you all know, my good people, you saw the movie like I did. Luke doubted. In his mind, he put a limitation on himself. He said, lifting a little simple rock is one thing, but lifting a multi-ton X-Wing fighter is another. So you know, he tried to manipulate the Force to lift up the X-Wing fighter. You heard the water bubbling, bubbling and bubbling, but he failed. Then when he failed, like a wise sage, like a wise father or wise grandfather, Yoda did not cuss Luke out. Yoda did not tell him, I know you was going to fail, like so many people in life do. No, Yoda kindly, like a father, like a mentor, like a grandfather, he took over and showed Luke that anything is possible as long as you believe. Then you all know the classic scene, like I said earlier. That was a classic scene of using the Force power. In my mind, I have never seen anything else in any Star Wars movie to top when Yoda lifted that X-Wing fighter. And that was technology of the early 1980s. Surely now, in 2019 and beyond, with all the CGI effect, can't they show a Force welder doing something greater than Yoda ever did to make us really appreciate the Force? But they didn't. But anyway, when Luke failed to manipulate that ship, like I said, Yoda, being a wise sage, said, look, it is possible. Regardless of my size, regardless of my weight, regardless of my age, regardless of my build, weld the Force. I am a Force welder, and I believe that nothing is impossible. And because Yoda is wise and connected to the Force, he easily lifted the ship. We did not see him straining and struggling, saying, oh, no. No. He gently and calmly manipulated the Force to lift that ship out of the murky waters. And just like many of us in life, when Luke saw what could be done with the Force, the first thing that came out of his mouth, like many of us say in one form or another, I don't believe it. And then you all know the classic line that Yoda said? Since Luke said, I don't believe it, Yoda said, that is why, that is why you failed. Because you don't believe. So, that's my little take, again, on why we love Yoda and that classic scene in The Empire Strikes Back that made the movie one of the most beloved movies in American, maybe the world, sci-fi genre. If you like my comments about the beloved Yoda, please give me a thumbs up. If you hate it, you can give me a thumbs down. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel to hear about my take on any movie, any character, any television show I like, please subscribe. If you're a subscriber, click on the subscribe button to be notified when I upload new content. If you like this, if this was insightful and beneficial and caused you to love the character Yoda even more, please share this on any social media platform. Thank you all, and continue enjoying Star Wars, and I will go back to watching The Empire Strikes Back.